All right, radio check, folks. Let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? we didn't have a class last week, folks, because of technical difficulties, which apparently have continued to find their way back to my home base here in Florida. Let me just see if you guys can hear and see me. Just doing a quick radio / visual check. Let me know in the chat. No sound here. Okay, now. All right, check your volume if... okay, good. You can hear me. Check your volume. Okay, great. All right. Thank you. All right. Just momentary disastrous consequences of just not being at home for a while. What's up, folks? I'm back in Florida. Just for now, I was telling you something in the previous broadcast that cratered before I got on here. This weekend, I'm heading back to Vegas, actually. The ACBL is sending me back there because they want to cover the last 2 days of the Risinger tournament, which is the most prestigious team event in this cycle of the Nationals. So, unfortunately / fortunately, I have to go back to Vegas. So I will be there this weekend just in a broadcast capacity. I'm actually going to be giving you guys the skinny with the CEO of the ACBL and other experts. And we will have a very good Viewgraph experience for you, Babs, I promise. This is something that I've been looking forward to doing, and they're really kind of gung-ho about it now, so we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, let's get into the Wednesday morning tournament. So sorry for the delay, folks, and any confusion. We just had some issues with an update that caused some problems, but we're going to try to get through it here. We had, an okay national so far. Gavin actually bounced out in the round robin of the Soloway, along with a couple of other very good teams. So it's been an exciting run so far, but the last weekend has the two big events, the team event, which is the Risinger, and then the Swiss as well. And I believe now they're playing the Blue Ribbon Pairs, which is the most prestigious pair event of this cycle. Yeah, Rye Guy was, I tried to play with Ryan Wolpert. I said, hey, buddy, I'll play with you and Brandon as well. They're like, no, that's okay. We'll play with someone else. I'm no fun, apparently. Well, let's dance. Let's have some fun in this tournament. And we're looking at this, and I've been looking at this for like 20 minutes now. It went past a spade to us. And we're looking at this hand. One bid should jump out to you guys, and it's 2 diamonds. This is kind of the quintessential 2-level overcall. You're never hesitating in this spot because not only do you have a full opener, you have a 6-card suit. So this is usually, take away the King of Hearts, you would still overcall 2 diamonds because it's a 6-card suit, but make it a 5-card suit and a more balanced hand with only 11, you would let this go. All right, so a lot of people are overcalling at the 2 level with hands that are not good enough. This hand clearly is. Some experts / crazy people might bid 1 no trump with this hand. It's too early for that, folks. If we're having a terrible game, we'll whip that out later. But now we overcall 2 diamonds. It goes 2 hearts and then 3 clubs. This is a really good time to get used to counting the values around the table. And not that you would consider doing anything here, but let's just take a moment, right? Right-hand opponent over here, the advanced Gib 2/1, which is the same as always. There's 12 points, right? They can't have more than 14 because we have 14, and this is a best hand tournament. But let's give this player the 10 points that they're likely showing here. And just a cursory examination, our partner has at most 4 points, right, on their best day. They could have 0 to 4 points. So we can tell first, couple of things. We're probably going to be defending this one relatively alone, and we don't want to be bidding. So here, just let yourself go. You've already shown a reasonable valued hand, and you've shown that you have a diamond suit, obviously, that could be led. They're getting to 4 hearts. Interesting. What was 3 clubs? We'll look at it after. Interesting. So, yeah, this is what we expect. Something with not it's weird that they have 3 hearts here. They should have just raised hearts either to 3 or 4 here. But this is the hand that their auction suggests. They bid spades and then clubs, and they pulled 3 no trump to 4 hearts. This is supposed to be 5+ hearts, so it's a little curious that they didn't raise hearts right away. It's kind of odd. You should in this situation. This is very normal. Diamond to us, well, they're roughing and dummy, so we're going to give them a little suit preference here. The dummy is out of hearts. We can see that, and there's no future, at least now, while there's hearts in this dummy. So when we look at this, we exclude the 2 suits, the suit that we're not going to lead and the trump suit. And now we have 2 suits left, spades and clubs. This is a spot where we can't tell our partner attitude. We know we don't like diamonds because dummy's roughing at this point, right? Partner should know we like diamonds somewhat because we bid them, right? We overcall. Here's the thing. We want to tell them where our other stuff is. And the way we do that is our carding. We have spades and clubs as the two remaining suits. Spades is the higher ranking suit. Clubs is the lower ranking suit. So the 10 here will say, hey, I want a spade lead. And the deuce would say, hey, I want a club lead. Okay, so we use our suit preference signal to correspond to the suits that we have. If any questions on that, throw that in the chat, folks. But here we go. There's our rough. We're going to just duck smoothly here. Real quick tip. I'm in a super teaching mode now because it's been so long since I've been online. When you see this holding in dummy and the king of hearts in your hand, you should have made the decision on what to do here as soon as you saw the dummy, right? So before you play a card, just think about a little bit of the defense and plan what's going to happen. So here, when we see the jack of hearts gets played, we should already have decided we were going to play low so that we can do so smoothly and in tempo, so we're not giving anything away. However, there's another rule at play here, and it's cover an honor with an honor. And here with only King Doubleton and the fact that they're leading the jack, we're going to cover this thing because we want to create tricks in our partner's hand if there are any. Doug, very good question. Do the robots see suit preference? No, I don't think they do. They're pretty bad at suit preference, or at least I've never seen them give the signal correctly and or they're hit or miss on the conversion of the suit preference. But here we're covering this jack with our king. And notice if this was bad for us, folks, it was going to be bad for us anyway because they were going to win this and then take the finesse again. So here we're hopefully creating tricks for our partner there. They're roughing another time. Probably, okay, here comes a club. That's bad for us. It means they have a lot of club tricks, so a spade lead might have been much, much better. There they are drawing some. Whoa. Did we just? Oh, no, sorry. We just drew 2 rounds of trump. Excuse me. So it looks like they're going to try to shake a loser here, and they've done so successfully. My goodness, look at that. Here they go again. Partner gets their heart trick, but now they're out of spades over there, so they're going to really romp home here. This should be, I would guess, relatively normal unless the opponents have done some weird stuff in the auction, right? So here we're going to play ace of spades, and boom, boom. Okay. So 46.4% for us. Ooh, my screen is a little off here. I'll get that fixed for us in the next one. 46.4, and here's what this means, folks. When we're looking at 46.4 and we're tied for third, it means a couple people did some weird stuff and the rest of us were normal. Ooh, not weird necessarily. Okay, that's weird. Right? They didn't go through the calculation of, hey, partner could only have 4 points. I should bid again. They're very lucky not to be in 3 diamonds doubled for their lives, right? So look at this play over here. You can't get to dummy at all, really, maybe in diamonds once. And what do you need to get to dummy for? You have no tricks. You're getting wrecked in 3 diamonds. So if you bid 3 diamonds, you stuck your neck out there, and they kept their powder dry or whatever. They kept the axe dry. So, yeah, Michael, that's what we're talking about. We were talking about making your decision right away. So if they had played low from dummy and not the jack, we would have ducked smoothly, right? We prepared for that. But when they play the jack, yeah, we cover with the king. Apologies if I led you guys the wrong way on that one when I was first started talking. The rest of this is just 450s, and then one person let them make 6. Gobbling up an extra match point for us there. Let's keep going. Ooh, I like opening 1 no trump, and we're going to do that right here. Nice 16 count. I love playing 1 no trump almost as much as I like opening it. Here we go, folks. Let's do this together. How many winners are we looking at? Throw that into the chat for me. What's our winner count? As I fuel up here. I'm sorry, some of you are like, don't drink. I can't help it. I wake up, I have coffee, I need the fuel. And I'm still completely, 3 hours isn't too bad, but jet lag is jet lag. So I'm a little weirded out by feeling zombie-like, and now I'm going to do it all over again this weekend. All right, 4 winners for sure. That's what we have. 3 hearts and the ace of diamonds. That's step 1, right? And that's not too hard usually. I mean, it's depressing sometimes. Sometimes you have 1 or 0 winners to start. But the second part is the most important. Where are our extra tricks, or where are we going to get the most extra tricks on this hand? And it's clubs, folks, right? We have the ability to create 3 club tricks, which will get us very close to just making our hand. We also have possible extra tricks in spades, diamonds, and even hearts, okay? So there's a lot of opportunity here, but the moral to the story is we count our winners, we see where our most extra tricks are coming from, and we attack that suit right away, all right? So here we go. We're going to play a low heart. And we're going to play. If you change the playing. Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Jeffrey. I grew up playing Weak No Trump. It was a system called Kaplan Scheinwald. And yeah, I played Weak No Trumps with all my partners. It was awesome, except when you're in One No Trump double. All right. So they played the Jack and then the 6. And to be honest, I was talking so much. I didn't see what East played. What was East's first heart? Does anyone know exactly what it was? I can't look back at it. But if it was the 9 or the 10, it matters. And if it wasn't, or if it was the Jack, it matters. But if it wasn't, I think it had to be the 9 or 10. Did they lead the 9 or 10? I don't know. I'm going to play low. Okay. I'm not sure if the 8 of hearts is a winner yet. Wasn't the Jack. Okay. Well, the clubs, our hearts did not break evenly here. We were testing that for an extra trick. And now we're just going to run some clubs. All right. And here we are. We have 6 tricks. We can get a 7th just by playing low to the ace of diamonds. We can mess around for extra tricks here. I'm not usually hating doing that in situations like this. Considering that they're going to have to protect diamonds, there's only 1 heart left out there, and the spades are unlikely to run in one situation. So I don't hate spade to the king right now. Maybe they hook us up with a diamond trick, but I think this is just as good. Diamond to the ace, and then exit diamond. And now you're guessing kind of here. What are you doing? You playing the queen? I am going to play the queen. I was just hoping for the king on side or just some sort of help. Well, they pitched the Jack, so they just have spades left to our left. And here we're going to take another guess. You can only take one guess here, basically. This isn't a guess. This is automatic. The only thing you can hope for is the ace of spades on your right, right? So here, when you see this spade led, you are hoping for the ace. If you can't be hoping for the queen jack to your right, because what would they have led? They would have led the queen or the jack, right? So playing the 10 is just, you're going to lose to one of those lower honors and then the ace is coming. So it's a 50-50 shot there. And there, as you saw, they could have kept spades and a diamond. They kept spades and something else over there. Probably a third spade, ace, queen, jack. There we go. 28.6, pretty brutal for us. We could make more tricks, obviously. And let's see how they made a bunch of them here. There's the jack of hearts lead. I forgot it was the jack of hearts. That's why we didn't have any issue. Club to the king. Club. They fired heart again. They cleared hearts like we did. And now they played club, club, club. Queen of... Okay, well, that worked. Right? Queen of diamonds. And then you end play lefty. It's crazy. That's so awesome. Oh, I'm looking at the rocks. Okay, wait, guys. I gotta give this to you. I'm looking at the screen. No one's looking with me. Hello. Welcome back to work, Rob. All right, here we go, guys. So the jack of hearts is the opening lead. And that's why, I just forgot that immediately after talking for 5 minutes. But that made it kind of a normal situation. This player played clubs like we did. And they got the heart return. They cleared hearts trying to see their 8th trick. And now, see, you can play diamonds in many, many ways here. They chose to play queen of diamonds and ends up being amazing. Watch this. It goes queen of diamonds, king, ace. And lefty had pitched a diamond there. So now you see them playing the jack. They're trying to avoid getting end played. Look at the spade situation, right? They have to get off lead. They don't want to be on lead, but they cannot pitch enough, right? They get forced to lead. And now they just get the most amazing situation where they get to give them a spade trick that they can never get. Unbelievable. I'm guessing something else happened this way here. Heart to the king, boom, boom, boom. We went the super safe route. Ooh, okay, they just ducked a diamond initially and then didn't get a spade return, right? So if they get a spade on the table, you are in trouble. And at our table, we kind of led them down the pathway of getting that spade on the table. So we have a little work to do here. Back on the correct screen, I hope. We're going to file into 1 diamond, 1 spade, double, redouble. Interesting. The redouble, folks, you might be thinking, is that a support redouble? And let me tell you, there's only one person that can make a support redouble, and it is the opening bidder. So whenever you see these sorts of things, just ask yourself, who's the person making the bid? And here, this just looks like it shows values. It denies a fit because they could have raised. They could have made a Q bid raise as well, but it does apparently show 12 plus points. So that's what the robot is trying to communicate there, and that's high card points. We, in fact, have 13, and left-hand opponent overcalled 1 spade. They could have very little there. We don't know. The one thing we do know is our partner has 4 hearts, and we are not going to let them play in 1 spade redoubled. I'm just going to bid 1 no trump. I'm not... I don't know if I'm going to play here. We'll see what our partner does, because partner could have more than... And here we go. I'm so glad they did this. Partner is guaranteed to have at least 4 hearts when they make this double. In fact, that's the most likely number they have. However, when they're weak, and we should know they're weak because right-hand opponent is showing such values here, they would double also with hands that are less than 10 points and have 5 or more hearts. So that's what they're signaling here. This looks weird because people are predisposed to thinking of the power double, right? Hey, you doubled and then you bid. But this is the exact opposite. Because think of North's original choice. Oops, wrong screen. Don't make a bid out of turn, Rob. North here could have just bid 2 hearts with 10 plus points and 5 or more hearts. They didn't, right? They doubled, and then they came back and they bid hearts. They would never be doing this with only 4 hearts because I've already shown at least 4 here. So this says exactly what the robot is suggesting, 6 to 9, 5 plus hearts. Guess what that means? We're done. We have nothing to do here. Was 2 diamonds? 2 diamonds was natural. 3 diamonds is okay. So partner short diamonds. They want to play the diamond suit. We'll let them. That's fine. Oh, they're doubling. Okay, we do not. So this is very important to recognize what's happening. Partner is not doubling for penalty. Partner is saying, I don't want to sit for diamonds. At least that's what I think. I don't think they would be. They're saying 9 plus high card points. So let's put the math in, right? Let's give them 9. Let's give this player 12, and we know we have 13. 25, 34, that's about 6 points. I don't know. Would they be that light? Possibly if they have extra shape, especially when they're spades, diamonds, maybe 5, 4, 3, 1, something like that. This is a weird spot here. My diamonds are so bad, but I know they're getting a bad break. However, knowing partner short diamonds, hearts is not an unattractive contract. So I'm going to take the safe route. I think hearts is safer than trying to roll the dice in 3 diamonds. We might get a bad score if diamonds is going down just 1 here. But if diamonds is making, we're really happy we pulled. And here, I guess we'll find out. Partner just has beautiful hearts there. Partner kind of, I don't know why partner wants to double 3 diamonds rather than just bidding their beautiful 6-card heart suit, but I guess they gave us a chance to, get it terribly wrong. Thank you. All right, let's see if they're breaking. Oh, now it's an embarrassment of riches, folks. We're going to run clubs. And rough a club even if they don't break 3-3. So this is an easy win. In fact, we're underbid. Too bad. All right. Claim City, folks. Easy bids. All right. Finally, a good score, 71.4%. And I guess that means that let's get to the correct screen now that we're back in business. They lose 2 hearts and 2 spades, it looks like. They have a tough run. They rough out spades, I suppose. Right? So they lose 2 spades. I think they can over rough in the hand. So, yeah, diamonds is making. Let's see if that's true. Let's look at the other tables. There's 3 hearts making 5. There's 3 diamonds doubled, right? So don't rush into passing or looking at your trump. So a lot of people see this and like, oh, my God, how could they be making? I have 4. They're getting a bad break. Well, they're 4 of the worst diamonds you could have, right? So they're not taking tricks as far as natural trump tricks. And let's think of the other part of this. If we're not getting trumps naturally, are we getting roughs? No. Right, so this is more of an offensive hand, especially knowing that we have no wastage in diamonds. What I mean by that is by the auction, we absolutely know that North is short in diamonds, and we have no values in diamonds. So these values, all working quite well for us. Better for offense, and that's why we get 71.4%. Thank you, Babs, for that super chat. You are awesome, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, make your bid, folks. I'm going to make your bid in the chat. 1 diamond by left-hand opponent, 1 spade by your partner. Pass to you. Make your call. There's only 1 right bid, folks, I think. Let's see what 2-no trump is. Yep, no, natural. You may see other bids in the chat that strike your fancy. If you'd like to change to one of those bids, you are welcome to do so. And again, folks, thank you all for joining. Apologies if you were on a different stream but got over to this one. Had another day of difficulties, but I promise we're back to normal here. It's the Q bid raise, folks. So many of you want to bid 4 spades. So many of you want to bid 2-no trump like Jacoby 2-no trump. This is a competitive auction. They've opened the bidding. Our partner has overcalled 1 spade. Let me remind you that the only strong raise in competitive environments is the Q bid raise. 2-no trump would just be natural, like 12 to 14 balance, no spade fit. 2 spades, 6 to 9. 3 spades, 4 to 7 points, and 4 cards in the spade suit, really preemptive. 4 spades, less than 10 points, 5 or more spades, usually. Okay. The only strong raise in competition is the Q bid raise. And some people are like, well, what the heck? You're probably going to play 4 spades and whatever anyway. What are you doing? Here's the rub. That's not always how these auctions are going to go. Sometimes the opponents are going to bid more. You're going to have to occasionally make a decision in auctions like these about whether to penalize the opponents or whether to compete. Okay. And we need to be on firm ground as far as what our values and our shape is, right? So if we incorrectly jump to 4 spades and they sacrifice, let's say, partner is going to think we have a bad hand and likely bid more often than penalizing the opponent, right? We don't want them to do that. We want to let them know we have values and a fit. So now if we get some sort of competitive action, we're all on the same page as far as what type of hand we have, okay? Here, we know we're bidding a game. We just want to let partner know that it's a game we expect to make. So we Q bid first. And remember, unless your partner's a rookie, you're never going to see your auction end with the Q bid, right? Your partner is going to respond unless they forget, and then you're in trouble anyway. But when partner responds, you know you have another bid, and here it is. Now partner knows you have a very good hand and enough to play spades. And do we lose anything? Not at all. We have the same sort of information. In fact, we gained, right? We gained the correct posture here. Wow, brutal. This is interesting. I'm so confident the King of Diamonds is here, right? First of all, they bid it. They overcalled, right? They opened 1 dime, excuse me. So they have the opening hand. And also, this player's not likely to be leading away from the king too often. So the only thing I fear on this hand is a club ruff, right? And that's possible on a hand like this. So I am not willing to take this finesse right now, because really what I'm terrified of is some sort of club ruff, and I'm down 1, okay? So in this situation, I am going to just hop ace. And let me check the math real quick. Let's just do this again, because honestly, it's a terrific exercise to do every time. 16, 11. That's 27 points. There's 12. How much are we looking at, folks? Where's the King of Diamonds? Where's the king? It's a certainty. In fact, we know how to play clubs now, too. We wouldn't be worried about the club suit either, because we know where the ace king is. So let's just draw trump and let's go back to business. It's going to be an easy trump draw. And here we are, whatever, we can do anything we want here. We'll force them to break clubs for us by doing it this way. And now we just exit a diamond, and they'll either break clubs, give us a slough ruff. I mean, if they give us a slough ruff, we're going to make an over trick. But here, this is going to make the most sense. And let's see, did we fade a ruff? If East has a doubleton club, we did fade a ruff here. And now they give us a slough ruff at the end. Give us a doubleton club. No, it didn't matter. It didn't matter what we did. We were cold for 4. We could take a diamond finesse and still fade that club ruff. Looks like 53.6% for that one. Here we go, folks. Let's take a look at the results. Tied for top, tied for bottom, whichever. Oh, no, tied for top. Sorry, one person did not get the game. Very important, though. The big thing here, and I bet you we can cycle through and see a lot of 4 spade bidders. There's one. Incorrect. Wrong. Great. Wrong. Right? So you can see people are getting, and it doesn't matter a lot of times. On a hand like this, it's rarely going to matter. In a best hand tournament, we're going to play 4 spades, right? But on other hands, especially where the opponents get in there and partner needs to make a decision, they need to know you have values rather than just shape, right? And lots of trump. There we go. Now make your bid. What's your bid now, folks? 1 spade pass. This is such a good auction, because we're right after the opposite of this, where we're in a competitive environment. Here, we're in a non-competitive environment. Make your call. This is awesome. This is funny. We're right at 50% too. 50-50 exactly. This is amazing. Yeah, that's Jacoby 2-no trump, folks. Now we're in a normal auction, right? So back to normal system. However, if West opened a club here, we would be Q bidding instead, right? So this is 13 plus total points. Shortness. Now it's time for a poll. I like this one. Make your call. All right. We are going to bid 3 spades. We are going to bid 4 spades. I'm going to give you one more option, which is 3 diamonds. So I'm giving you 3 choices, folks. I want you to make your choice in the poll. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to fix something that's been bothering me all morning. Let me do that. All right. I think that will get us to the right information next time. You guys get to see a little behind the scenes work. All right, let's see where we are. So we have a bunch of you bidding 3 diamonds. A bunch of you bidding, well, most of you are bidding 3 diamonds. And I'm going to tell you how absolutely fantastically wrong that is. This hand is not just a minimum. It has gotten worse. Okay? We make control bids, which is what 3 diamonds would be, when we have interest in playing slam. Do we have interest in playing slam on this hand? And I need to remind you, in a realistic situation, we don't know partner's values, right? Partner could have 20 points. Does that make sense? Partner could have a huge head. Here, though, we know partner only has 13 or less, okay? And no courtesy control bid. Stephanie, very good question. Thank you. We do not control bid unless we have a desire and or possibility of playing slam, okay? And this is a really important piece of information. When partner showed shortness in clubs, 4 of our points cratered in value because partner has 1 or 0 clubs. That's what 3 clubs means. It's shortness. So our values here are duplicated in partner shortness. So they're kind of worthless. So our hand just went from an opening hand to kind of less than an opening hand. Not that we're not going to play game. We're clearly going to play game here. We committed ourselves to game. But we need to tell our partner we have a minimum game forcing hand. This is how we do it. If we were to have bid 3 spades or 3 diamonds, both of those show more. 3 spades says I have more than a minimum, and I don't have anything to control bid at this point. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm just saying I have more than a minimum. 3 diamonds says not only do I have more than a minimum, I have serious interest in playing slam. And here your hand does not. Everyone agree with that? Give me a thumbs up or a yes or no. We okay with that, everybody? This is not a hand that we expect to play slam in, even if we think partner could have 19 or 20. And I want you to remember, just because we're bidding 4 spades, folks, does not mean the auction's ending. If partner did, in fact, have 20 points, they would continue, right? They would bid 4 no trump, or they would control bid. All we're trying to do is show our values and our interest level. And see the club suit, folks? Those 4 points would be so much better as the king of hearts, as the king of diamonds, or as the ace of spades, right? So this club position is totally worthless. And John, thank you for saying that. Yes, flop clubs and hearts. Now your hand is better. You bid 3 spades. You don't bid 4 spades. You don't control bid, but you show more than a minimum. Okay? Very good. Very good. Yeah. Having values, especially non-aces in partner's short suit, is a downgrade. It's usually bad for business, and we see why here. So we're gonna take a bunch of finesses on this end. we're gonna try to avoid a club loser if possible. No, I guess not. All right. So we should know where the ace is, so the jack is right. Looks like the ace and queen were there. Rough a doodle do here. Here we go. Let's get back to it. So I guess we're taking the diamond finesse first. So ending trump back in our hand. Here comes a diamond. All right. We like when that happens. And now we can't get out by without a heart finesse, so we're going to take that as well. 10 of hearts just so we stay in the dummy, folks. Notice that. I get that extra little shebang there, and I think we can claim city this now. We're going to rough. 71.4% climbing the ladder. Let's dance. We're 8th. We're going up to 4th. Tied for 4th right now. 71.4. And that's just getting to 4 spades and making 5. Beautiful magic. All right, let's get back to business. I'm frothing now. Wow. Is that 21? 9-13. Wow. Make your bid, folks. In the chat this time, what call do you make? Make your bid. I love it. So many of you want to bid 2-0, and it is a common mistake. But, guys, that is the unusual 2-0 trump. That would, in fact, show 5 hearts and 5 clubs. And just reminding you, when we're in these positions, we're usually trying to be preemptive because, most of the time we have less values because the person in front of us has already opened. This is one of those rare occurrences where our hand is just massive. And let me give you our overcall options. When we overcall in a suit, we are showing a range at the 1 level of 8 to 17. So that's the most we could have if we were to overcall a suit. When we overcall 1-0 trump, we show 15 to 18 balanced. Those are our overcalls. So the most we're ever going to have by making a normal overcall is 18. And that's when we're overcalling 1-0 trump. This is the power double. We kind of touched on this a little earlier in our session. This double says, hey, I have an opening hand or better, and usually all cards in the unbid suits. And in fact, I have the right shape for a double, but I don't need to. I could have 5 diamonds for all we know and still have 20 points and start with double because I need to do 2 things here. I need to start with double. And now I need to make another bid. Now, if partner didn't bid 1 spade, we would bid 1-0 trump. Okay? And notice, I want you to see on the screen, we see, I can do this. I like that. We see 19 to 21, right? So that's about exactly right. And that should make sense. When we bid 1-0 trump directly over 1 diamond, it is 15 to 18. So when I double and then I bid 1-0 trump, it's bigger. And in fact, it's 19 to 21. It's the next logical range. However, partner bid spades. So we now have a spade fit. So 17 to 19, that's all that is? Well, okay, we're bidding 4 spades. So partner might have nothing here, and this is a bad thing, but the robot system is just brutal here. And I want to 4 spades was 16 plus, and 3 spades was only 19 maximum. We're too good. When we have a fit, this is how we're going to deal with it. Someone mentioned maybe bidding 2 diamonds. That's not necessarily unreasonable either, but the robot just gets these situations so wrong that it's usually better just to kind of get us into a spot where we know we have a fit. Oh, man. They got off to a really good lead, unfortunately, and we're likely playing this hand from one side of the table, which unfortunately is our side. Partner has 2 points. We kind of wish we did bid only 3 spades now, unfortunately, but I don't know. I can't. The system that robots play is kind of wacky. I'm going to duck this one and see if I can get them to do something fun for me. If not, we're going to play ace of hearts and exit a heart, I think. Can't really avoid some sort of issue here. That's going to happen no matter what we do. There we go. Okay, hooked us up with a finesse that we were likely to win, I suppose. Let's see if we're getting lucky in spades. We are not too. Yeah, David, exactly right. 3 spades, and in fact, 2 spades would have been massive in a normal system, right? So 3 spades should certainly be enough, right? Because the robot needs to be able to pass that hand, right? Opposite this massive hand. So here, the system is just odd, right? It's just a very weird way that they've engineered this. We have 1 spade loser. I'm not going to be able to really get there to finesse clubs enough. I guess I could if clubs are king doubleton onside. If that's happening, I'm going to hate myself probably, but let's hope that wasn't happening here. Okay, good. So it didn't matter. All right, down to minus 100. We'll see what happens. Are we really? Yeah, so people did bail out a little bit lower. They probably jumped to 3 spades, or maybe they just bid it incorrectly in general, but we're 39.3. Let's see what happened. So, 1 spade's ridiculous. Come on. 1-0 trump, 15 to 18. Yeah, these are the guys that did it, right? So let me just show you how weird it is, right? 17 to 19. What? How could that be, right? Wouldn't I just bid 2 spades, right? That is the whole idea behind the double, right? If my overcall is 17 maximum and then I double and bid again, right? I'm above that, right? I'm a good 17 to 19-ish. That should be 2 spades, folks. 3 spades, it makes no sense to be here. We need some sort of way to show this sort of massive hand with a spade fit and allow partner to pass. The people that, in my opinion, incorrectly bid 3 spades come out really well, and those of us in 4 spades, honestly thinking we bid correctly, just get punished by the score just a bit. Doesn't 2 spades show? Yeah. So here, just think of it this way, folks. And this is so good because these hands come up so infrequently that it's nice to talk about them. When we're in this situation, just think about your best overcall. That's the most helpful thing. Whoa, let's turn that off. The most helpful thing is thinking about your overcall. Your overcall is at most 17. So if I double, my partner makes some sort of minimum response or no response, and then I bid again, I'm above 17, right? I'm above that for sure because I could have already made some sort of action at that original level. Everyone okay with that? Yeah, and the robot system. And let me tell you guys, so yeah, a lot of people are robot haters. And I mean, Gavin kind of gets on the robot quite a bit also. And I totally get it. It can be frustrating. And it's hard to check yourself when, you're there's just one other person to blame and it's not a human being. But the whole point of Bridge Base and other platforms like this is to see hands, right? We want to see as many hands as possible. And the robots are going to screw up just like human beings are. And we're going to screw up sometimes not knowing what the robots are doing, but the good thing is we can find out, right? We can keep pushing over there, and sometimes they're just wacky and sometimes they just don't have the right system, which we just saw an example of. But the whole point is seeing hands, right? Making your mistakes, understanding why, and keep pressing forward. Here, I get to open one no trump again. It's a happy day. Little Stamen action. We bid some hearts. Ooh. What's 3 spades, folks? Ooh, wait. I got it. Make your call. I love this. This one also doesn't come up very often. Oh, thank you for telling me that there's snow somewhere. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to give you 4 hearts, 3 no trump, and that's it for now. I think we'll just go there. So here we go. 4 hearts and 3 no trump. Make your bid. Hello, Kelly. Yeah, thank you for telling me it's snowy somewhere. I love it. Yeah, understood. In fact, I saw our friend there from that system at the Nationals. The Nationals is a fun place. You see people from all over the place. So, folks, this is a weird one, but it should make sense when you think about the uselessness of 3 spades. When we bid Stamen and see a response of a major, the agreement is 3 of the other major, which again is useless, right? If you didn't find a fit, you would just be bidding no trump usually or a new suit. So this 3 major bid isn't used other than to show a slam try for hearts. So this just says to partner, hey, we found a fit in hearts. We're setting hearts as trump, and I want to investigate a slam. Okay? This is very important to recognize. If they bid 4 no trump here, folks, that would not be key card for hearts. No way. That would be quantitative, and that would deny a fit, right? So here, 3 spades accomplishes the very important goal of setting hearts as trump and saying that we want to continue to play slam. Because if they didn't want to play slam, they would have just bid 4 hearts, right? So here, how do you feel about your hand? Do you think you want to show that you're interested in slam? Or do you think you want to just bid 4 hearts? And that's what the poll is there for. I didn't add any control bid here for a really good reason. We have a minimum, right? And we have a relatively balanced hand, right? So we have 15. We don't want to sell our hand any higher than we have, right? And we're at a very minimum side of things. Just because we're bidding 4 hearts doesn't kind of change the fact that we've opened 1 no trump, right? And the other thing we need to remember is we're playing a best hand tournament, right? So the best hand tournament, Partner can't have more than 15. So unless they have like a really shapely hand, which we'll probably find out about, we're just going to show our minimum by bidding 4 hearts, and that's how we're going to end this one. And here, yeah, partner had a good hand to investigate with, and if we had cooperated, they might have wanted it to go. David, very good question. That's more advanced than I necessarily want to get into, but usually the expert standard is to play 3 no trump in this situation as either non-serious or serious, depending on your partner's partnership understanding. And folks, if you are wondering what that is or it's confusing you, forget everything I just said and purge it from your memory. This is a good one. Yeah, Queen of Clubs is not necessarily good. However, Bjorn, it's really good now. Unfortunately, it's providing us no benefit. We are going to very likely lose a diamond and a spade, and there's nothing we can do about it on this hand. So the Queen of Clubs ends up being kind of a good/bad card. It's good because it's taking a trick, but it's bad because it's not necessarily providing us any pitches that are going to be useful for our side. Let's set up a little stuff here. Let's play Queen of Clubs, play Club of the Ace. Maybe they'll hook us up with a trick if we just bamboozle them a little bit here. We'll pitch a diamond, and now we'll just play Ace of Diamonds. Now they're going to be on lead, folks. And if they get this wrong, now the robots don't get these things wrong. Okay, so the robots aren't going to lead a club here or hook you up with a sluff and a rough just because they're not bad, right? But other players, I don't want to say bad. Other players have issues sometimes, right? As my trip to the Nationals showed me, not just me having issues, my partner, my opponents, everybody has problems. So here, you set it up for a possible success, and if they hook you up with a spade lead, well, nothing you can do other than take your finesse and hope it wins. It does not. We couldn't pitch anything here. There's nothing we can do. We tried for extras. They were not in a giving mood, so we will take our score and file it away. Climbed up 1 spot here, tied for 7th, but we need a big result. These boards have been very flattish, right? So almost all of these have had like a chunk of us in 1 spot and then a couple outliers. So it's a really interesting scoring set. I would guess, unless there's somebody having a blowaway victory, that there's not a lot of weirdness going on, or not a lot of massive scores. 16. I mean, we're certainly not doing anything weird here. Ooh, minor suit Stamen. This is the only time you ever play minor suit Stamen with the robots. Whatever. I like my hand for diamonds. I have a very good hand if we want to play slam and diamonds. 3 spades is shortness. That's not great for us. Let's just play 3 no trump. We could try to do something weird because it's the last board and try to get a good score. But honestly, I think if we get like 60 or so %, we're probably going to climb up to not the worst spot. And we certainly didn't want to play more than 3 no on this hand. 5 diamonds looks like it would be a struggle. All right. So count your winners, folks. What are we looking at? We need 9. How many are we starting with? Yeah, I don't think it really mattered on the last hand, but I mean, it's the same. We took a safer line, I feel, right? We took a line that kind of forced them to break spades / anything else for us. So I think we were just kind of dealing with the same situation. So here we are. We have 6 winners, right? Where are our extra tricks going to come from? I would say diamonds, right? Possibly spades. Maybe hearts, right? But the best opportunity for extra tricks is diamonds. Here we're gonna rotate this around. It's important to they're magic. It's important to just recognize what would this player do from Queen Jack XX or better, right? What would they lead? Well, they would lead 4th best, right? So, and that appears to be what's happening here. They've led low from Queen Jack. They can't lead the Queen because they need Queen Jack 10 to be able to do that, and we are, in fact, holding the 10. So just prepare for goodness here. Even if you wanted to be in dummy, you can't really afford to do that now because this is a nice free finesse possibility for you. Penny, thank you so much for that super chat. Appreciate that. And now we are back in business, right? So we made an extra trick. So now instead of 6, we're at 7. Now we just need 2 extra tricks. And again, the best place is probably diamonds. You have many ways you can do this. As we saw earlier, I could cross over to that side, plunk the queen of diamonds on the table. That seems really inefficient, so I'm just going to play ace of diamonds. With 8 of them, I'm hoping to see a card, right? When I have this many, I want to see some sort of king or jack here. That would be beautiful. If not, I'm going to play the 10, try to finesse for the jack, or now we see the king, and there are 2 extra tricks. Boom. Now what? How many winners do we have now? You should continue to do this, right? So I now have 2 in the bank, right? How many can I take now? And the answer is, let's see, that's 2. That's 1 here. That's 2 here. That's 2 here. 2, 4, 6, 7. That's 9 rippers. Right? 2 diamonds, 2 hearts for 4, the ace of clubs for 5, and 2 spades for 7. All right, that's 9 total. Where are our extra tricks going to come from? Is it safe to look for extra tricks? Should we? What's the answer? The answer is spades. Right? We can take an extra spade trick just by taking a finesse. Is it safe to do that? It certainly is very safe to do that. And here we go. Boom. Extra trick. Now, we've taken even more extra tricks. Should we look for more? You bet your bottom dollar we should. We're going to play the diamond to the queen. We're going to play a diamond to 10. We're looking for pitches, right? So we started with 5 spades. It went 6, 7. That was 8 over there. All right. So now the question is, are we going to get any extra spade tricks? Unlikely. Here we'll look for an extra heart trick, or club trick, excuse me. Club to the ace. We could have ducked that, honestly. But I'm just hoping they did something silly in the spade suit. They did not. Was the club onside? No, good. Okay, the ducking of the club didn't matter. The club was offside. Ooh, 92.9 at the end. It's probably not going to get us a victory, but how far up the leaderboard can we get? And third, beautiful. That's exactly what we thought. Wow, tied for third. Check that out. That's exactly what this set suggested, right? No one was running away with this. There were so many of those bunched up scores that occasionally one player or 2 players got outlying scores, and the rest of it was very close. So this was super good, super good. I like, when I'm alone, I like to get into teaching mode, right? So Gavin's going to get into the super massive expert play, which I love, man. That's what I watch for. But I like just getting the normal stuff done. So yeah, I think we did as well as we could have done. Obviously, on board 2, I can do a little more damage in the play if I just play diamonds a little differently. Same with board 6 here. If we guess that the robot's going to be nutso, we can only bid 3 spades. But whatever, this is perfectly fine. I'm glad we closed strong, and that last hand was just a great representation of how you play no trump correctly. Right? Keep that number in your head. Attack the suit you're getting extra tricks in. But then when you create extra tricks, go back to that drawing board. Can you get more? Are there opportunities? Yes, and yes, right? So keep dancing, keep your focus until you know you can run those tricks and be done with it. Glad you guys are enjoying this. I'm going to be back with the weekly challenge next week as well. I have a lot of new stuff coming. And the one new thing we have coming that I'm super excited about this Saturday and Sunday, and you'll probably get a sneak preview on Friday, but we're going to run the Risinger sessions live. You're going to have commentary. You're going to see some of the best players in the world playing the toughest event in bridge. And we're going to have a whole bunch of fun bringing it to you. So stay tuned for that. I'll put all the links right here on my channel, and you'll see it on the ACBL channel and on Bridge Base as well, I believe. So thank you so much for joining. A third place that we can't be too upset about. And I will see you next week. Gavin will be back, and we'll be on for another streak. Thank you so much for joining, folks. And I hope you had a wonderful holiday. Gavin is in the midst of, I think he's playing a pair event today. He's playing the blue ribbon pairs. They lost in the round robin portion of the big team event, unfortunately, along with a couple other big teams. The good news with that is the team event was so over attended that they didn't realize that they probably needed to add an extra day of round robin to make it more of a fair thing, because there were so many people playing, which is great. That's a really good sign for bridge and for big bridge as well. So thanks for joining, everybody, and